tomorrow we officially get the Five Nights at Freddy's chapter. And today we have to predict what exactly are we going to see in this chapter. Hey, I got a couple of giveaway announcements, so stay tuned for just a few minutes while I get these out the way. Right now you can click on the link in the description to enter yourself into a giveaway to win Five Nights at Freddy's, a DLC. Just follow the steps on the Gleam link and you'll be entered. In addition, I have a lot of cool things to give away from Dead by Daylight's PAX East. Here are some awesome cards that they had. They all have different designs on them, which is really awesome. And on the back of them, there's some awesome blood point codes that you guys can get. So I have a ton of these. Now, I'm going to be exclusively giving these away on Twitch, and the way that you enter is you have to come over to Twitch, and every single week I'll be giving away some of these. I have tons of them here. As you can see, there's a huge, absolutely huge stack of them. So these are going to be given away every single week on Twitch. In order to be eligible to enter, head on over, make sure you're following, and you need to be one of the top 50 active chatters in my chat to be entered. Now, I'll be honest with you, I haven't streamed in ages, so currently we only have a 20 to 30 average as is. So to become an active chatter, it's not that hard. Pop on in, drop a follow, chat, enjoy the stream, and you never know, you might win one of these. I will mail these to all of the winners. They all have different key arts on them, so it's really cool. We have some with the Trickster. This one actually is Dead by Daylight, the base game. This one is Curtain Call. We have the Oni, we have the Nurse, we have Sable, we have Huntress, we have so many different cool ones. Dead Slinger. Finally, the cherry on top, I have 4 of these that are signed. These will be tied to milestones on all of my channels: YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram. YouTube will be 125,000 subscribers, Twitch will be 35,000, TikTok will be 3,000, and Instagram will be 2,000. All you need to do to be entered into any one of these is on any of the respected platforms, drop me a follow or subscribe, and just leave a comment from today up until I hit any of those milestones on any of those channels saying that you followed or you subscribed. Once I hit that milestone on that specified social media, I will then give one lucky winner away that commented that and are indeed following or subscribed. That's simple. More info in the description. If that didn't make sense, I'll break it down more. And finally, the last and coolest thing is that this is PAX exclusive merch that you're only able to get from Dead by Daylight if you went to PAX East. I'll be giving this away on my YouTube channel at 150,000 subscribers. Same rules apply. All you need to do from now until I hit 150k is say you subscribed. I'll be plugging this one a lot more as well as the others from time to time. So just comment subscribed if you're subscribed and you'll be entered. Once I hit 150k, this will go out to one lucky winner. It takes no time to follow or subscribe on any of these platforms, and you can win some cool stuff, and it helps me out a lot. So make sure you guys are doing that. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to be streaming a lot on Twitch. Obviously, tomorrow's a PTB, so hopefully I'll see you guys there. Today, I'm actually doing a marathon with my friend Mark, so come on over. I'm really going to try to put my best foot forward when it comes down to Twitch again. I'm back on that grind. Monday to Thursday, every single week, I'll be streaming starting 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, trying to get my average back up to 75. So please, just do me a favor, head on over, just lurk, leave a comment, whatever the case may be. I really appreciate it. I wanted to toss in some goodies for those that do it as well. So I really do appreciate you guys. I'm rambling on. Let's talk about the video. So first thing on the list is obviously the killer. Now we know this one. This one is a given. It is going to be the animatronic, aka Springtrap. This is going to be awesome, and I can't wait to see what the model looks like in game, because it's one thing in trailers and it's another thing to actually see it in game. So I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do and how exactly that's going to look. I can't wait. You can see my Springtrap heads behind here. I'm going to do a full-on cosplay, so stay tuned for that. Technically speaking, it's a bit of a cosmetic, but we are getting the yellow rabbit technically as a killer as well. Same power, but it will be technically a killer. And I could see them doing a lot of other killer type of legendary skins, so I fully expect them to announce that, which is going to be really cool. As for another killer, I don't think that's something that's going to happen unless they announce another chapter. We've already seen them doing this with Resident Evil, so it's not extremely far-fetched because this chapter is going to do numbers. It's going to have immaculate sales, so I can definitely see a 2.0 version of the chapter happening some way, shape, or form. And that takes us to our next section, which is the big cash grab for everybody, and I think fans love it as well: cosmetics. There's going to be so many cosmetics with this collaboration. I can already see it happening. Again, we already know Yellow Rabbit's coming in as Matthew Lillard and his likeliness with his voice line, so that's going to be cool. but I feel that we're 100% going to be getting a Foxy skin, either for Hillbilly or Blight. It just fits perfectly, so I can definitely see that working. Then I think you gotta bring in a Freddy Fazbear skin for the Trapper. He's just the most iconic person in FNAF, the face of the game, and so is Trapper. He already has a Bear Trap cosmetic as well, or bear, I should say, Naughty Bear, so it kind of makes sense, and I would love to see something like that, which would be absolutely phenomenal. We also know that there's a new FNAF game coming out featuring the Mimic, which is kind of perfect timing for Dead by Daylight as well, because a lot of the hype will be around FNAF and everyone's going to be looking for new FNAF content, and a lot of people might bring in with the Mimic and DBD. So I think it'll be a big missed opportunity if they don't bring in a skin for the Mimic or announce it like just a few days after, like, hey, this is going to be coming out when it's officially revealed. So that's going to be quite interesting. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to know what all of these skins are going to be until this is officially released. According to Eric Pope over on Twitter, he said that they're still finalizing and working on things, so chances are we're only going to see Springtrap coming in and not all of the cool cosmetics, which is a tad bit disappointing, but hey, we can wait 3 more weeks. Who cares? Let's talk a little bit about the power. This one is up in the air. Nobody really has any idea what the power is going to be. The devs have done some interviews here and they're kind of teasing and hinting at what the power is going to be. From what we know, this might be a complex power. I personally thought they were going to go for something simple because with a lot of new players coming in to play the FNAF chapter, I would assume that they would want something that's easy to grasp. However, I feel that they took it the alternate route where they want players to really sink time into it to understand the character, and once they do, they'll be able to accurately play them. And by doing so, you then have someone that you truly fall in love with, and then you end up falling in love with DBD as well. So what exactly is this power going to be, you ask? I don't know. I think it'll be something similar to Vecna, where there's a lot of different things that you can do. They put out a little like teaser saying that there was something moving in events, so maybe we're going to see a vent power similar to Alien, where Springtrap can just run through vents and jump on out. I would love if there's an ability to jump scare when jumping out at events, and maybe this immobilizes survivors or builds up a fear meter, and if it gets too high, you either get injured or scared and you can't move or something like that. That would be really, really awesome. From previous speculation that I've done with other fan-made creations, we speculated that some way, shape, or form we're going to see phantoms attached to this power, which could be a really cool mechanic in itself, and I would love to see something like that, just adding some extra pressure here and there. Normally, I'm against something like this, but I would love to see something like a bear trap mechanic, kind of like the pig has, pretty much what the pig has, that you kind of got to always watch, and if you don't, then time's up. Something bad's gonna happen to you. I also think something with the power is that at the start of the game, it's going to say 12, and as every single generator progresses, the time is going to change, and maybe the map itself is going to change, like it goes from like night to day. That would be really, really cool. And maybe that even ties into the power, where every single generator that's popped, your power grows and you get a lot stronger. We've never really seen a killer that does that. We've seen perks like Pentimento, like if you get a lot of hex perks going, something like that, it works, and Bitter Murmur in a way, maybe even know it, but nothing that accurately goes building up on stages. And I think that'll be such a cool and unique power that makes it complicated but fun. So I would love to see something like that with the power as well, but that's just me randomly speculating about things. I honestly have no clue. Of course, we have the perks as well. I can't guess perks for you. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think they're definitely going to do a lot of iconic references, like I Always Come Back. I feel like that has to be a no-brainer for a perk, right? I think that's going to be super duper cool if they end up doing something like that. Finally, the biggest thing that I think is going to be a big thing for especially the FNAF players is the lore. We might see a lot of new canon lore for the animatronic, aka Springtrap, which is going to be really cool. It will help a lot with people's speculations, and I can definitely see even like the bigger content creators talking about this and spending hours dissecting this lore and seeing how it ties into everything. They're going to have to write a lot of lore for this one, and that's going to be really interesting to see. Tomorrow, when this is officially out, I'll have a full-on video that talks about this. If you're wondering, right now I'm actually live with my friend Mark doing a big celebration stream, so make sure you guys are tuning in. Again, twitch.tv/theking. I'll be giving stuff away there as well. I digress. I think we're going to get a lot of lore, which is going to be really, really cool. Hopefully, they're working very closely with Scott on this one to make some canon lore that will give a lot of validity to Dead by Daylight as well, and even more eyes coming to watch, DBD, and playing. So that's pretty much my checklist. We have the killer that we're going to be getting. We have the skins that we're going to be getting. We obviously know the map is already going to be the pizzeria. I think maybe in the future we could see variations of this, but I don't think that's something that they're going to announce. If they announce a second chapter at some point in the future, I think that's when all of those things are going to come in. The last thing that we know we're going to get, and I think that they're really going to home in on, is all the Easter eggs, lores, and secrets that are going to be included in this map. I mean, for crying out loud, we have our own separate queue just to go to this map. That's going to set the precedent for what happens to other maps, original maps in the future, which is really, really cool because we'll get to experience maps on a whole nother level, which is really, really awesome. So that's something that's going to be really cool. I think there's going to be tons of Easter eggs. In case you are new to the Dead by Daylight scene, DBD typically has 1 or 2 Easter eggs. We have golden toolboxes, which we can find, and sometimes you have to do some elaborate things to see them. On maps like Nostromo, there's like hidden key cards you can pick up and open secret rooms. I think the FNAF map is going to be filled with a lot of these, which is going to be super duper cool, and I can't wait to see what cool things the dev have planned. This obviously is not going to all be featured in the PTB and will probably come out when it's officially released, which is typically 3 weeks from the PTB, so we'll have to wait and see. But those are my final predictions for the Five Nights at Freddy's chapter. I hope you guys really did enjoy. If you did, make sure you leave a like down below, subscribe for some more awesome Dead by Daylight content, tell me your predictions down below, and as always, I'm the King. I tip my crown to you guys, and we'll see you in the fog.